What's going on YouTube? Dr. Popcorn McBurger here with another video. And today I'm a little fired up and I'm going to let you know why. Okay, so I'm going to give you a situation. You can obviously see there's pictures. I didn't end up recording because it takes a little long to set up the recording. So I didn't end up doing that. But anyway, I'll cut right to the chase. This is going to be a rant, as usual. This is going to be a rant on this guy right here, this cat. You'll see his name later. I can't recall at the moment what it is. And actually, these two in a minor sense, but it's gonna be a rant, okay? As you can see in this video, in this CFO, we were in a CFO. I had both of my doctors. One was on the other side. Anyway, we were sounding. We were using sound throughout the whole time. And in CFOs, you can generally get through without needing to lure. But these guys, for some reason, pull out a couple TNTs for God knows what reason. Which, I mean, that's fine. Okay, we can kill the cogs. That's great. But anyway, so I pick sound, and then they pull out the TNTs. And I'm saying to myself, guys, what are you doing? You sound. We can sound. There's no reason not to sound. In fact, let's see. No, we would have had to use the two fogs regardless. But anyway, I was thinking we could possibly use drop, but then the 8 would stand. But anyway, I'm asking them why they're using... They didn't even talk about this before. Why they're using trap. And then we get into a little bit of an argument, as you'll see. I'll just let the slides play, I guess. Anyway, I'm asking them why they didn't sound. Which, I mean, I don't see why the hell they wouldn't. There wasn't really any reason not to. Wasn't a reason not to. So then he's asking me to, yeah, you can just read it. But anyway, so the big issue I have here is this guy. Okay, sure, there's different strategies, but it's obviously quicker to here. Let me open that up a little bit. There we go. It's obviously quicker in most instances to sound. If you can sound through, why not? And in this case, we ended up being able to completely sound. And he wants us to save fogs. This is the biggest pet peeve I have. Why on earth do people want to? Why do they not adapt to the situation? Why don't you fog until you're proof until you have none left? Why don't you just fog until you have 0 fogs left, and then at that point lure and do whatever the hell you need to do. Either way, you got to lure. Why not try to fog and see if you can fog the entire way, sound the entire way? If that's like if we're just trying to get through the CFO, I mean, that's just the normal way of doing it. I'm not saying that you have to always sound, but I mean, if that's how the CFO's been going, and it's not like we're trying for a challenge to go soundless through for some reason, then I don't see why what reasoning behind this. Why people feel like kind of like using one fog in mints. Like, why don't we just react? We might get barrels. Why don't we just react to what we see? Why do we predetermine that we're not going to have what we need? It's retarded. It's just very stupid. And the people that do it are stupid. Really stupid. And as you can see here, we ended up having excess fogs, which we didn't. I fogged anyway, and we still had excess fogs. I just fogged. I didn't pull it back. I'm like, guys, what are you doing? And anyway, and then, you know, this wouldn't have been an issue if these guys would have owned up to what they did. But then they just try to cop out and be like, "Oh no, we don't want criticism. We're not going to get. We don't want criticism. We don't want to. Not only can you not criticize us, but we're not going to say that we were wrong in this instance and that it was fine." I mean, okay, their argument was we save it for the 12s later. What? Why save it for the 12s? Why not just you could watch? So we're going to lure the 11s and not save it for the 12. I mean, what? What? And he says, "Oh well, we just got lucky that there weren't 12s. That we ended up getting 12s later." No. In 99% of CFOs, unless the other side, okay, not 99, but unless the other side dies, you're going to be able to sound all the way through most of the time. Or I don't even know if you do it right and you don't miss. Probably every time. I'm not 100% sure on that, but at least half the time, at the very least, you will never once need to lure unless something misses or someone fucks up or someone doesn't have max sound. everything goes well, you won't need to lure. And since we were obviously not doing anything other than that, we just kind of wanted to get through that round, get to the CFO portion, get to the crane round, just do it. And anyway, this dude, you'll see his name. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you've seen it yet. He's just such an asshole. And I guess I'll make comments on what's going on here. But Lee I can't read it. But the whole point is and then I got another point I need to make to this article, or this video article. Sorry, it's a little bit late here. But anyway, Loot, that's his name, Loot, a cat. If you see him, this guy right here, Loot. No idea why. I would not do anything with him, because he's not only is he stupid, but he's critical of me. It's fine. It's okay to be critical when you're right, but when you're wrong, at least just own up to the shit. I mean, damn. But anyway, then I asked the guy here. I think I'll pause. No, never mind. Anyway, so the guy asked me. The guy starts saying, "You must be 5. You must be 10," and I'm telling him, "No. Do I sound 10? Do I look 10? You guys, I don't know if you've seen me on Skype, but no, I don't look 10. I'm a man. I'm 21 years old. Okay." You say, "Why are you playing Toon?" Because it's a fun game. I have fun with it. I mean, there are a lot of adults that play Toontown. Don't judge the book by its cover. For those that actually play the game seriously, there is a lot of strategy and math. I mean, it's not hard, but it's like, you try to solo stuff, you try to do stuff. It's fun. There's stuff there that your average little kid wouldn't be able to do. I just enjoy the game. I used to play it in my childhood, or when I was younger, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, so I asked this guy, "Come on Skype. If you're not a punk, just come on Skype. I'll talk. I wanted. If you want to shit talk, see the problem I didn't have a problem with them shit talking at first, but if you're gonna shit talk, you're proven wrong. Don't just throw out stupid. You must be 10 or 5 or in first grade or something. What the fuck? That's the stupidest argument. That's the only argument these kind of people have. These kind of people do not like to admit when they are wrong. Unlike me, I will admit when I am wrong. A lot of people will admit when they're wrong. But the Toontown community is garbage. Okay? A lot of people, they don't know when to give up, basically. They don't know when to admit the wrongs. They don't learn from their mistakes. They're not only, as Frizzy would say, I love this quote from him, or paraphrase, they're not just ignorant, but if you're ignorant, you can eventually learn when shown the right way. But stupid people do not learn even when shown the right way. They repeatedly fail and make stupid decisions. It boggles the mind why people have this fog-conserving thing they want to do. Why? Just use the damn fogs and then lure, or use a level 7 gag. I mean, anyway, and then it's just. And then it got to the point where I invited him to go on Skype, and no one will ever come on Skype with me. And I gave him my Skype name. There you go, ajohnston05. Don't care if you guys add me. I'll just block you if I don't like you. Anyway, I try to debate with people. I say, "Hey, you want to debate? I'll come on here." I mean, yeah, I said don't be a punk because that's how they're acting. I mean, I'm not gonna. You think I'm gonna sit here and scream? I'm just gonna have a normal conversation with them. But if they're gonna shit talk, then yeah, I'm gonna tell them how I feel about them. I don't really care, and that's just how it is. And then people can say, "Oh, it's just Toontown. It's just Toontown." Well, you know what? You want Toontown to be good. You want Toontown to last. TTR. You're gonna need a decent community. I'm sorry. When TTO's community went downhill, the game went to shit. You need a decent community. Not everyone has to be great. They're going to be idiots. They're going to be noobs. I understand that. But you need a majority, or at least most people knowing what the fuck they're doing, and you need people to tell others, to teach others, and for these people to listen. The majority of these people need to listen. Otherwise, you have a crappy game, and people don't like to play it, and people quit, and the game deteriorates further, and then people quit. Then the game shuts down. I'm going a little too far here, but not too far. I'm going a little bit off topic, per se, a little bit. But anyway, the big point in all this is to rant about this guy, not this guy, this guy, Loot. And while he says it's an alternative way, I have no issue with people doing alternative ways. I have an issue with people assuming that, or with people just changing what I have people doing things not the most efficient way. If you want to do that with just your buddies, that's cool. But if you're gonna go in a random group and just pull random shit out of your ass and do different, you do what you want when you're not in a random group. I don't care. But if you're in a group of of random toons, you need to stick to the quote meta. It's not written meta, but it's the right thing to do. Kind of like in CEO, the people that don't want to use one fog rule. The reason people don't get this one fog rule, conserving fogs in the CEO, is not the same as anywhere else, because these are version 2.0 cogs. You want to spread the damage out across the cogs. You're doing the maximum possible damage. There's not that issue. I mean, and you run into gag issues, like you don't want to have to use restocks and all that, but it's not as much of an issue. And hold on, I believe here he admits somewhat, but he's stupid still. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is just stick to the damn meta and listen to the people that know better. I'm so sick and tired of the stupid idiots on this game. And you can say, oh, they're all young. No, these people are not all young. I've had people tell me their age. Had someone the other day was the most moronic person ever. I literally thought they were 5 years old, 6, 7. I was thinking they couldn't be over 10. They were in 6th grade. They were in middle school. These idiots. This idiot was in middle school. This guy, he's obviously a little older. He's well spoken, but he's not smart. He's very stupid. Very stupid. It's ridiculous, man. And I'll talk again about earlier. I had someone in a mint earlier that went to one fog rule, which I understand, but you know why? He said, oh yes, this is slower, but the fastest way is not always the best way. Okay, so when I'm trying to grind mints and crap like that, you don't want to go fast? Okay then. Good. You have fun with that. He claims that it's so he can experience the so he can make friends. If you want to make friends and talk and all that stuff, you can do that in the CFO, which I prefer to do it in because it's a boss battle. You can still do that while playing the game efficiently. In fact, I find it more fun when you're playing the game efficiently to just talk like that, not have all this stupid shit. Anyway. That's another story. I think I made a video on that. I'm not sure. Not sure if I'll post it, but yes, here. He claims, I'm sure you've been reading this, he claims that I'm the sole reason it was slowed. Really? I'm the sole reason I was slowed? Because I didn't go along with you? But if you had gone along with me, not only would we not have had to take an extra turn, we would have sounded the entire way through. It would have been much faster. If I had gone with him, the maximum fast way of doing this was if they listened to me. If I had done what he said, yes, it would have been a little faster than me just sounding regardless and asking them what the hell these idiots were doing. But my way was originally the fastest, and I didn't mind the extra few seconds there. I'm just like, fuck them. I'm not going to do something stupid. If I sit there and say, what are you doing? I have my sound out, and you have time to correct it, and you don't, then you're the idiots, man. I'm sorry. Because You'll never convince me. You'll never be able to prove. You'll never prove that one fog is faster. You'll never prove that you can't just sound through and then because no, you'll never prove that. And I challenge any one of you, anyone watching this, prove that this guy's right. Prove it, or prove that one fog is faster. Please prove it, because I honestly, you're not going to prove it. So, and I've never seen anyone prove it. So go ahead and prove it. But anyway, ask this guy to Skype. He's too much of a pussy to Skype me. Which is pretty sad. I mean, I wasn't even gonna holler at him or anything. But he's obviously a pussy, and he cops out saying, "You're not worth it. I have other things to do." Right. Right. You're playing Toontown. Okay, I think you have the time. I really don't think you're that strapped for time. But anyway, that's about the end of it. Yeah. And then he says, "Bye, kid." Once again, assuming I'm a child. You don't understand. I'm a smart guy. I'm in college, okay? I know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm an account. That's something else. That's the game. That's the end of that. But anyway, I'm an accounting major. I work with numbers all the time. I know. I'm a cash bot, if you will. I know what the hell I'm talking about, okay? So it's very annoying when people say, call you, "Oh, you're a kid." I'm not a kid, one, and that also is kind of unrelated, but it brings me to the point of where adults think that them being adults matters in this game. We're all on an equal playing field, okay? So, I mean, if you know your shit, you know your shit. I don't care if you're 12 or 50. You know your shit. So, I guess at this point, I gotta check the recording. I think we're probably getting towards it. Anyway, regardless of where we are in the recording, I think that's about time to end it. Yeah. So, thank you all for watching. It's been about 17 and a half minutes or so. Thank you for watching. Just don't hang out with that looped guy. Don't be an idiot. That's all I ask. Make the community better. I guess that'll do it. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for your service to all the smart tunes. For all the dumb tunes, please learn. I don't know if you're stupid or ignorant, but after I experience a few things with you, I can tell. So, just if you're ignorant, stop being ignorant. If you're stupid, well, there's nothing we can do for you. And if you quit, then honestly, that would be the best thing. But not trying to be a douche, but the reality is what the reality is on that one. So, anyway, I want to thank you all for watching, like I said, and like, subscribe, and avoid that dude. So, peace.